So I'm trying to create a new jib to test cams. And this is my CAD that I made up, my cardboard and duct tape version, in order to see if it felt right. But I kind of want to test it. So Takuma made me a 3D printed one. And I added some holes here. And we have a cam that'll fit in there without me having to deal with any of the screws on the side. And I glued some 50 grit sandpaper to the plastic sidewall plates since it's obviously slippery. On the metal version, yes, we will have a metal version of this. It's going to be basically really thick, 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch C-channel, 4 inches wide, and some support down here. And basically it's going to have a file that's about 2 inches wide, 2 files welded onto the 2 plates. And that'll give us the knurling that we need without having to get it specially machined. And testing these plates will be nice because we can test different shapes of the crack in order to know how the cam's going to hold versus apples for apples, just a straight pull. One of the big concerns is that I don't want these plates to fall out once the cam comes out. And so this top groove here is going to allow me to put a screw in the top of the cardboard. And that way it's not to hold it from being pulled outward. I think I'm gonna have to have a lip here at the bottom for that. And if I have a lip for that, I might not need that groove in the top. So all of these little things are gonna make the real deal that Steve Gluckfelty is gonna make a lot easier. And what's cool is because it's just a couple pieces of C-channel welded together with a few details, we'll be able to make potentially other sizes that would allow for pressure plates to be put on the inside on both sides. So we can see if small cams and big cams put the same amount of force on the sidewall. If tipped out versus overcammed, creates the same amount of outward force. And actually see if it's 4 times the amount of force being pushed outward on the rock as you're pulling down, like the math says. And that's good to know if you have a flake and it's kind of moving, because I trust gear, not rock, after all these years of testing things, to know if a nut or a tri-cam is better for that placement. And we'll see with real numbers how much of a difference that makes. And I'm excited to share this with you guys today. So I didn't want to pull on this without filming it and going, wow, after doing that. So here we are. Let's do it. That didn't last very long. Okay, so these plates pull against the bottom here. So that's good to know. So I wonder if this was actually bolted to the side, if that was actually gonna hold it. Yeah, because it was gripping well here and then it's pulling down. It wants to catch that tiny lip, and then it's going to put pressure on this bottom support here. We did not even get 100 pounds of force. So that was a lot less exciting than I thought it was going to be. But I'm excited to be building this cam crusher and all the variations of it. And I also have this recalled Alien from back in the day where the dimple of death existed. And this one has a dimple, and it's serial number 0205. And this is in the recalled series. And we're going to see if it actually detaches from the head, the cable here, which is what they had an issue with. I actually got quite a few things I want to test. I want to compare cams, same size, different brands, apples for apples, to see which one holds better. Because what we can do is glue a rock about that thick to 1/2 inch thick steel and use those as separate plates. We can actually get different plates and not just have knurled plates. The knurling will help hold the cam so we can see which part of the cam will break first, whether it's the cable, how well it grabs, the pressure, if I get those pressure plates. But what's nice about this new design over the one we had is it's going to be a lot easier to test smaller gear. I actually designed that one to test only small gear, but it actually fits up to a number 3 pretty well, and a number 4 if you like kind of overcam it. So yeah, we're going to be testing a lot of stuff. So make sure you subscribe. Tell me what you want to see tested and any thoughts about that other than, I knew it was going to break. Duh. Cheers.